Hi there. So, Turncoat Dawn released a really good video that exposes the priorities of our government, sending money to Ukraine while not sending money to homeless people. So, let's take a look at a bit of that.
Congress taking quick action, approving a $13 billion deal to help Ukraine.
School districts across our area tell us they're seeing significant increases in children that are homeless.
I'm announcing another $800 million to further augment Ukraine.
A revealing look at homelessness among the middle class.
U.S. have announced new military assistance for Ukraine. They've promised an extra $713 million.
We experienced as a county a 22% increase in homelessness.
The Senate overwhelmingly passing a new $40 billion Ukraine aid bill.
We are learning the homeless problem we are seeing in Knoxville is growing at an alarming rate.
The U.S. is sending an additional $700 million in military aid.
We're in dire straits. We don't know where we're going to go. We have no savings.
The U.S. is sending an additional $1 billion in weapons and aid to Ukraine.
The CEO of the Coalition for the Homeless of Central Florida tells me this is a scary trend.
Pentagon announcing today it's sending a new $450 million military package to Ukraine.
Tonight we are going in depth on the issue of homelessness, of course, a growing problem here.
So, you get the idea. The government, it prioritizes sending money to Ukraine for the profit to the military-industrial complex. It doesn't prioritize sending money to homeless people. Now, Jimmy Dore did a video reacting to this video, and what he said. So he talked about how they were sending money to Ukraine, but not doing anything about homeless people. And so let's take a look at that.
Yes, millions live on the street in our country because the corporations control our government. But let's fight fascism.
Let's fight fascism by sending money to Azov Battalion neo-Nazis in Ukraine.
Hey, if you're worried about the homeless out in the cold winter this winter, nuclear war is the best portable generator. Remember that? Huh. And this guy is a Putin puppet, Kremlin stooge, and a white supremacist. That's what you get, Don. That's what you get. Wow. So I when you see a video like that, the first thing that pops in my mind is I wonder when the American people are going to rise up against their corporate controlled, corrupt, 100% corrupted government that is their enemy. Your government is your enemy, not Russia. Your government is your enemy. Not Syria. The United States government is your enemy, not half of its residents. The United States government is your enemy, not Venezuela, not Brazil, not Yemen, not Afghanistan, not Iran, not Iraq. Your enemy is the United States government that is crushing the worker every day while pillaging your U.S. Treasury, giving it to the military-industrial complex, Wall Street, Big Pharma, and sending it to the most corrupt country in Ukraine. Your U.S. government is your enemy, and I just wonder when we're going to have enough homeless people for them to actually start to rise up. Do you know 40% of homeless people have jobs in Los Angeles? 40% of homeless people have jobs. How many of the because people like to go, oh, homeless people are just drug addicts, and then they don't have to worry about it, which is a lie. Are there drug addicts who are homeless? Yes. Are the majority of people who are homeless drug addicts? No. I just told you 40% of the people who are homeless work. And then what about the rest of the homeless people who are kids? Hey, Siri. What percentage of homeless population are children in Los Angeles? Let's see. It comes up, homeless in, this is from 2022. The count revealed a 4.1% increase in homelessness in Los Angeles. Oh, it's going up. There's 69,144 people experienced homelessness in Los Angeles County during 2022. Of these, more than 20,000 were provided with shelter on any given night. Although unsheltered homelessness only increased 1%, the numbers of tents, vehicles, and makeshift shelters increased by 17%. This was largely the result of COVID-19 pandemic. Really?
So, as Jimmy was saying, Russia is not your enemy. The government is your enemy. People are so worried about people, not the normal people, but people in the government, people in the media, they talk about fighting fascism, and they want to smear Jimmy Dore for interviewing one of the Boogaloo Boys. Yet they want to send money to Ukraine, the most corrupt country in Europe, to fight Azov Battalion neo-Nazis. America has homeless people as an epidemic of homeless people. The number of people living on the streets in Los Angeles has, as Jimmy said, it's gone up 17% since COVID. People living in tents, that is, not homeless people in general, but people living in tents. And a lot of homeless people, they work jobs. So it's not like they're just lazy and that's the reason why they're homeless and there's nothing we can do. We need policies like rent control in order to deal with this. We need affordable housing, universal housing. But the government's not going to talk about it, and you're not going to hear the shit libs at TYT, YouTubers like people at TYT who want to force vaccines into your body. They're not going to talk about this problem with homelessness that's happened during the pandemic. Well, they want to force vaccines into your body because of COVID. You got people like Cenk Uygur Cenk Uygur supported Rick Caruso in the race for Los Angeles mayor. Homelessness is happening because of Rick Caruso. It's because the guy's a real estate slumlord who's been building luxury condos, creating gentrification, and kicking people out of their houses. And they want you to think that they're progressive. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I can only hope that the American people start to rise up, that people start to rise up against the government and what it's been doing. Realize that the government is their enemy. Anyway, there you have it.